amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
Hello and namaskar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Swati and nice to meet you if we haven't already met. So, this particular book has been sitting on my father's nightstand for a few years now. And since I had already watched the movie way back in school, I had not bothered to read it. But a recent event shook my life, and I found myself grab this book. And that's when I met Mr. Morrie Schwartz. I'm not pretty sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
Schwartz.
Well, before I introduce you to Morrie, I would only like to tell you that this is not a review of the book. So in this video, I would like you to meet Morrie and understand what he had to say about living and being alive. Well, he is not the protagonist of the book, but definitely the hero. Not in the knight in shining armor way, but rather in a 78-year-old man on a wheelchair way. I read this book slowly, at my own pace. The reader needs time to absorb all of Morrie. You barely get 200 pages of Morrie, and yet you are left with the feeling that you have known this little Jewish man all your life. A teacher for life, Morrie never gave up what he loved to do. Well, I should give you a little background before I continue, since I can go on and on about Morrie and the art of being alive. So, Morrie was a professor of sociology at the Brandeis University. He was a lover of life, a lover of learning, and a lover of people, as well as a dancer to any music with a beat. He also happens to be the subject matter of Mitch Albom's novel Tuesdays with Morrie, published in 1997. Morrie suffered from ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, and his long lost student, Mitch, wrote this book in order to pay for Morrie's medical bills. This novel is the last session of lectures that Mitch attended every Tuesday at Morrie's residence. The bond shared between the student and the teacher, Mitch and his coach, as Morrie liked to be called, is unusual and beautiful. Did you ever have a guide in your life who helped to shape your personal self? I personally have been very fortunate to have met wonderful people who have not only taught me things inside the classroom but as well as outside the classroom, and I am forever grateful to those people who believed in me and the people who still believe in me. Don't we all just need a guide in our lives at some point of our lives? Morrie died in 1995, but his legacy continues, and thanks to Mitch, that a bit of Morrie will stay with us forever. We all fear death because it's the unknown. Uncertainty and the darkness around death scare us. Even Morrie was shaken when he first learnt of his disease, which will eventually choke him to death. As he was coming out of the doctor's clinic, he saw that people were just going about their own business, and he thought to himself, shouldn't the world just stop? And I guess I can understand him. We all know that a birth can only culminate in a death, but yet we feel that we are sort of invincible. It makes me so angry to know that life will go on even after me. But hasn't it always been this way? Hasn't life always moved on? So, why do we feel the need for the world to stop? I mean, I personally feel so. I don't really know, but I guess we humans are self conceited creatures. At the risk of sounding like a cynic, uh, we are all scared of our future, and so eventually we kind of ruin even our present, if it makes any sense to you. And that's what Morrie detested. And I guess this is the reason I am drawn to Morrie, because he just does the opposite of whatever is expected out of him. Just because he's sick and dying, which we all are, he's expected to be sad, but instead he chooses to live. Instead he chooses to be happy. Instead he chooses to use his time and learn and love the people that are closest to him. He is definitely not someone to practice death, but instead he embraces the life that he has. When asked what he would like to do on the last day on earth, he said that he would like to wake up, do his usual chores, talk to his family, talk to his friends, listen, converse, eat great food, and then go to sleep. Morrie did not want to go scuba diving, skydiving, or to foreign places. He just wanted to be around his close ones and feel the love. To be honest, personally, I don't really like this question, because if someone were to ask me about my last day on earth, I would just panic. I belong to a generation which only knows that the race of life needs to be run even if they don't want to, or even if they don't have any means to. I mean, it's not even a race, but we have already assumed that it is. Because we are so worried about this competition and what others will say, we end up ruining what we have in our present. And or else, like, how will the world know that I was actually better than Sharmaji's daughter? Morrie also had a morbid sense of humor. He wished to be cremated despite being a Jew, and he had told his rabbi friend that don't overcook me, make sure they don't overcook me. And I can only hope that he wasn't really overcooked. The best quality of Morrie was that he did not shy away from his emotions and his feelings. He hugged for longer, he cried when he was sad or overwhelmed, and he told his loved ones that he loved them. He had said, and I'm quoting from the book, "Taking just makes me feel like I'm dying. Giving makes me feel like I'm living." So he spent hours and hours listening and talking to his loved ones, absorbing every bit of everyone. How many of us can actually say that we are actually present in the moment when we are where we are, with whom we are? How many of us can say that we are actually present in the moment? And how many of us can say that we love unconditionally without any expectations or selfishness? So I hope that through this video you have learned a little about Morrie, and I hope you read this book because it's beautiful. I would link the book down below in the description box so that you can check it out, because I want you to experience the magic of Morrie and the art of truly being alive. The lessons that Morrie actually teaches us all. I'm grateful to have met Morrie even after 20 years of his death, since he himself had said that, and I'm quoting, "Not everyone gets the time I'm getting. Not everyone is as lucky." And with that, I can only hope that you use your time to be happy on earth with whatever little time you have, and spread that happiness. Hello, beautiful people. I hope you like this video, and so do give it a thumbs up. Share it with your loved ones and subscribe to my channel, and also click the bell icon to get notifications whenever I upload any video. I would love to know your feelings and thoughts, so please do share them in the comment section down below. I have also linked my blog post on Tuesdays with Morrie in the description below, so you can check that link also. And yeah, stay healthy and stay safe. Hope to meet you next week.